Hello everyone, how is it going? Hope that all of you are staying at home safely. So students, can you hear me clearly? Is the sound clear? Are you hearing me? The sound is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So the participation is not satisfactory yet, so we will start after 2 minutes. So please wait for them. Students, in the meantime, you can write down your ID number on the chat box, but please write down it only for one time, not more than one time. And if you face any problem to hear me or to see the board, then please inform me directly. Do not write down your problem on the chat box. I think all of you have seen your assignment marks. Is there any problem regarding your marks? If anyone have any confusion or any problem, then directly inform me, okay? But not in the class after completing your class. If any students have any problem regarding assignment marks, then directly contact with me, but not in this class after completing your class. So students, I think we can start from now. Maximum students are present. So in our last lecture, we have seen scale property of Laplace transformation and Laplace transformation for derivatives, first order, second order. Now today we will learn about another some theorems or properties of Laplace transformation. The first one is Laplace transformation of integrals. Okay, so at first we will learn that property. After that we will try to apply that property to find the Laplace transformation of any integral. What is this Laplace transformation of integrals? Suppose you are given a function and it is an integral. Okay, I give a function which is an integral and I ask to find the Laplace transformation of this given integral. So in that case, to find the Laplace transformation of an integral, you have to use this formula. Otherwise, you cannot be able to complete that. Okay. So for finding Laplace transformation of integrals, you have to use this property. What is this? If Laplace transformation of f of t is equals to f of s, then the Laplace transformation of this integral. Here integration 0 to t f of u du. Here it is an integral, right? It is an integral and Laplace transformation of that integral will be f of s by s. So directly using this formula f of s by s, we can find the Laplace transformation of an given integral. Okay. Okay. So from here, the question is find the Laplace transformation of this integral. So here our given integral is 0 to t sine 2u du. This is our given integral, okay? And we have to find the Laplace transformation of this integral by using this property, Laplace transformation of integrals or this theorem. So here, this is your integral 0 to t f of u du. Here in our given integral, f of u is equal sine 2u. But if you want to use this theorem to find the Laplace transformation, at first you need f of s. At first you need a small f of s. And what is the small f of s? This is the Laplace transformation of f of t. Since f of u is equal sine to u, then from here we can find f of t. And f of t will be sine 2t, right? For applying this theorem, you need f of s, and f of s is the Laplace transformation of f of t. So you need the function f of t. And from this integral, sine 2u is f of u. Sine 2u is f of u. And if f of u is equal sine 2u, then f of t will be sine 2t. Now we will find the Laplace transformation of f of t, that will be f of s. Then Laplace transformation of f of t is equal Laplace transformation of sine 2t. And all of you know the result for Laplace transformation of sine 2t, right? What is the formula for finding Laplace transformation of sine 2t? Here you need the formula for sine 80. That is probably a by s square plus a square, right? The Laplace transformation of sine 80 is a by s square plus a square, and here a is 2. So the Laplace transformation of sine 80 will be a by s square plus a square, that means 4. Okay, so we get this is the Laplace transformation of f of t, and it is known as f of s. It is known as f of s. Now you will find the Laplace transformation of this given integral by using this direct formula f of s by s. So Laplace transformation of our given integral 0 to t sine 2u du is equal f of s by s. And we have derived that f of s is equal 2 by s square plus 4. So it will be 2 by s into s square plus 4. Here 2 by s square plus 4 is f of s into 1 by s. So it can be written 2 by s into s square plus 4, and here this is the values of f of s. Okay, this is the values of f of s. So finally, by using the formula or the theorem of Laplace transformation of integrals, we can directly find the Laplace transformation of our given integral. Okay, is it clear? How can you find the Laplace transformation of any given integral? Students, is it okay or not?
কোনো একটা ইন্টিগ্রাল থাকলে তো ল্যাপ্লাস ট্রান্সফর্ম করার সিস্টেম থাকে।
Yes. Suppose I give a integral, then you have to use this procedure for finding the Laplace transformation. Okay. That is f of s by s, and when your function is different, in that case there will be a variation for finding the Laplace transformation f of t, but the final case here there will be no change. The formula will be f of s by s. You can face different methods or procedures for finding the Laplace transformation of f of t, that means for finding f of s, but the final formula is fixed for finding the Laplace transformation of any given integral. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, there is another theorem which is known as multiplication by t to the power n. That means if our function f of t is multiplied by t to the power n. Okay. Okay, what is this? If our considered function f of t is multiplied by t to the power n, in that case, you can directly use this formula. At first, the condition or precondition is Laplace transformation of f of t will be f of s. If it happens, then for finding the multiplication of a function with t to the power n, and its Laplace transformation will be minus 1 to the power n d to the power n by ds to the power n f of s. That means minus 1 to the power n and in numbers of derivative of your function f of s. Okay. n number of derivatives of your function f of s, which is the Laplace transformation of f of t. That's the formula for such type of problems. Now, if I want to find the Laplace transformation, find the Laplace transformation of t e to the power 2t and t square e to the power 2t. Okay, I am giving you these two functions, t e to the power 2t and t square e to the power 2t. Find the Laplace transformation of this and this. In that case, we can compare this function with this t to the power n f of t, right? We can compare this with this t to the power n f of t. So in that case, we can directly use this formula, but before that, you have to find f of s, small f of s, which is obtained by Laplace transformation of f of t. Now, when we consider t e to the power 2t, t e to the power 2t, it is t to the power f of t to the power n into f of t. It is t to the power n into f of t. Then for this function, what will be the value for f of t? For t e to the power 2t, what will be the values for f of t? Compare this with t to the power n f of t. So here t will be compared with t to the power n and f of t will be compared e to the power 2t. So for this function, we can consider f of t is equal to e to the power 2t, right? We can compare this. Now we'll find the Laplace transformation of this. So Laplace transformation of f of t equal Laplace transformation of e to the power 2t. Now you have to use the formula for Laplace transformation of e to the power at. Can you remember that formula? What is the formula for Laplace transformation of e to the power at? Probably it is 1 by s minus a, right? We have derived some Laplace transformation of some elementary functions in our second class, and from that we can use this formula, Laplace transformation of e to the power at, and the formula is 1 by s minus a. So from here we can write down it as 1 by s minus a, and here e to the power at, a means 2, okay? That means here it will be your f of s. 1 by s minus 2 is our f of s. Now you will find t e to the power 2t, Laplace transformation of t e to the power 2t by using this formula, okay?
Yes.
So, Laplace transformation of t e to the power 2t, here t to the power n, that means the values of n is 1, right? If you compare this with t to the power n f of t, that means here the values of n for this function is 1. Here n is 1, right? Here n is 1, so the formula will be minus 1 to the power n. N is 1 into d to the power n. Here n is 1 into ds to the power n, n is 1, f of s, right? So from this we get a negative sign into d by ds of f of s. And this is our f of s, 1 by s minus 2. 1 by s minus 2. So you have to differentiate it for the first time. You have to differentiate it for the first time. So what is the differentiation for this? Probably minus 1 into 1 by s minus 2 whole square, right? Is it okay? The first differentiation of this function is this. And from here it will be 1 by s minus 2 whole square, okay? Now we will go for the second function for t square e to the power 2t. Here our function f of t is similar, right? Since f of t is similar, then your Laplace transformation f of t will be similar, your f of s will be also similar. Here, if you compare this with t to the power n, f of t, so f of t will be e to the power 2t, which is similar for the first one. So we can write down, let f of t is equal e to the power 2t. So Laplace transformation of e to the power 2t will be what? 1 by s minus 2 is equal f of s. This is as similar as our first part. Now the difference is t square e to the power 2t. Here t square, that means the values of n is 2. Here the values of n is 2, right? Since it is 2 square e to the power 2t, so the values of n is 2. Now you will find the formula. Laplace transformation of t square e to the power 2t. So the formula one will be minus 1 to the power n, and for this function here the values of n is what? For this function, what is the values of n?
2, sir.
Yes, it is 2 d to the power n. That means d square divided by ds to the power n. That means d square into f of s. Okay. So from here it will be positive, right? Minus 1 square means plus 1. And you have to differentiate f of s for 2 times. D by d square and f of s is 1 by s minus 2. Now we have to differentiate this for the 2 times. And after completing first time we can write down d by ds, and what will be the differentiation? Minus 1 by s minus 2 whole square. Okay. Now you have to differentiate this again. Here it is d square, and here I write down d because I have completed first term differentiation. Now we will differentiate it again and this will be vanished. So differentiate this term again. It will be minus 1, minus 2, 1 by s minus 2 whole cube, right? So here the answer will be 2 divided by s minus 2 whole cube. Okay. Is it clear? How can we find the Laplace transformation which is similar to t to the power n into f of t? Here your function f of t can be different. You can consider a function t square into sine at. Okay, it will be f of t, it will be t to the power n. So here your function f of t can be different, but the multiplication will be t to the power n. And here n can be 1, 2, 3, anything. So students, is it clear? How can we find the Laplace transformation of a function which is a multiplication with t to the power n? If it is clear, then we will go for the division. Anyone, any problem? Okay. So now we will learn the theorem for division by t. What is this? Division by t. Okay. Okay, here the theorem for division by t is, the precondition is Laplace transformation of function f of t will be f of s. And if your function, if I ask to find the Laplace transformation of a function where it is divided by t, that's why this theorem is known as division by t. Here you can see that this is the Laplace transformation of a function where the function f of t is divided by t. That's why it is known as division by t, and the formula is integration 0 to infinity f of u du. Okay, here the formula is f of u du, but here there is a problem. Not problem, there is a condition, provided limit t tends to infinity f of t by t exists. That means if you take a limit of this, if it exists, in that case we can use this formula and the Laplace transformation of that function can be obtained. What is this? If this is equal to this, and if the limit t tends to infinity f of t by t exists, or if it provides a finite value, then we can find the Laplace transformation of this, and the formula is s to infinity f of u du. Okay. Now we will show the application of division by t, and okay. We will show the application of division by t and the and the integrals and the Laplace transformation of integrals in a same problem. What is this? We will show the application of division by t and finding Laplace transformation of integrals in one problem. Find the Laplace transformation of integration 0 to t sine t by t into dt. What is this? You have to find the Laplace transformation of these integrals. But here in this integral, the function is division by t, right? Is it clear? Here you have to find the Laplace transformation of this integral, but here this integral contains a function which is the division by t. So in that case, we have to use both these two formula. One, at first we will use the formula for division by t, and after that we will use the formula for Laplace transformation of integrals to complete this math. Okay. Is the question clear? Any problem to understand this? Here in this problem, you have to use both these two properties. One is for division by 2, and finally you have to use the property for the Laplace transformation of integrals. Okay. So here our function, at first we will consider f of t is equal sin t, right? Because in the formula of division by t, it is f of t by t. Can you remember? In the formula of division by t, here the function, it is f of t by t. So in that sense, we can consider f of t is equal sin t. Is there any problem? No. Now we will find the Laplace transformation of f of t. So Laplace transformation of f of t. What will be the Laplace transformation of f of t? Here you have to use the formula of elementary function. Can anyone say what is the result for Laplace transformation of sin t? Probably it is 1 by, can you remember what is the formula for Laplace transformation of sin at? You have learned it in your second class of Laplace transformation.
ম্যাম আমরা কখন ম্যাম দুইটা রুলসই ইউজ করব ডিভিশন বাই টি আর আরেকটা যে বললেন ইন্টিগ্রাল
Integrals, because here there is a division by t and there is the integral. If it is simply find the Laplace transformation of this function, find the Laplace transformation of sin t by t, in that case you only use the properties of division by t, right? Here there is no integral sign. Here there is no integral sign. So in that case, you will use only the properties division by t. But if I ask to find the Laplace transformation of 0 to t sin t by t into dt, in that case, you have to use both property. For this, it will be division by t, and for this integral, you have to use the properties for Laplace transformation of integrals. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So at first, we will complete the Laplace transformation for sin t by t, and after that, we will go for the integrals. So here we need the formula for Laplace transformation of sin at, which is probably a by s square plus a square. So here a is 1 and s square plus 1 square means s square plus 1. Okay, we get Laplace transformation of f of t, which is f of s. Now you will find the Laplace transformation of sin t by t by using the properties of division by t. Okay, at first we will complete for these division by t. After that we will go for the integrals. So now we will find the Laplace transformation of sin t by t. So here in this case, you have to use the rules for division by t, right? What is the formula? It is integration 0 to infinity f of u, right? F of u du. The formula for division by t, we are finding of Laplace transformation of a function which is divided by t, and the formula for division by t is 0 to infinity f of u du. Okay, and here, sorry, here it will be small f of u du, and here we find f of s is equals to this. Then what will be the value for f of u? Here we have found f of s is equal 1 by s square plus 1, but here we need f of u. Then what will be the values for f of u? What?
1 by
1 divided by s square plus 1.
U square plus 1 into du, okay? So Laplace transformation of sin t divided by t is equal 0 to infinity 1 by u square plus 1 into du. Now you have to complete this integration, and before completing this integration there is a direct formula. Can you remember it? Can anyone remember that direct formula 1 by u square plus 1? Integration of 1 by u square plus, can anyone remember 1 by x square plus 1 into dx? Probably it is equal to tan inverse x, right? Probably the integration of 1 by x square plus 1 into dx, it is tan inverse x. So from here we can write down it will be tan inverse u, and the lower limit is s, upper limit is infinity. Now use the upper and lower limit, it will be tan inverse infinity minus tan inverse s, right? Minus, after using upper and lower limit, we get this. Now can anyone say what will be the result for tan inverse infinity? Okay, let's
Pi by
say
2.
pi by 2, because the values of tan pi by 2 is infinity. That's why tan inverse infinity will be pi by 2. So we can write down pi by 2 minus tan inverse s. Now here you have to use the properties of inverse trigonometric function. There is a formula cot inverse s plus, not s, it is x. Tan inverse x is equal pi by 2. Do you know this formula? This is a property of inverse trigonometric function. Cot inverse x plus tan inverse x is equals to pi by 2. So from here, using this formula, we can write down pi by 2 minus tan inverse x is equals to cot inverse x. Is it possible? So here, we using this formula, we can write down it will be equal to cot inverse s. Is it possible? Yes. Using these properties of inverse trigonometric function, cot inverse x plus tan inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So in the place of pi by 2 minus tan inverse x, we can write down cot inverse x here. And there is a relation. There is a relation between cot inverse s with tan inverse s. Here, this cot inverse s can be written as like tan inverse 1 by s. Do you know this formula, why we can write down cot inverse s is equal to tan inverse 1 by s? Do you know that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, basically if you consider cot inverse s is equals to theta, then s will be cot theta. Then take the inverse 1 by s, it will be tan theta. Then from here we get theta is equals to tan inverse 1 by s. So using this procedure or using this proof, we can directly write down that cot inverse s is equal to tan inverse 1 by s. It is not necessary to show this calculation here. You can directly write down tan inverse 1 by s in the place of cot inverse s. I just show you here, but it is not necessary to include this calculation in your answer script. Okay. Here you can directly use this formula. So we obtain the Laplace transformation of the division by t, that is tan inverse 1 by s, right? Now we need to find the Laplace transformation of the integrals. Is this Laplace transformation of the integrals? So we have found Laplace transformation of sin t by t is equal what? Tan inverse 1 by s. We have found it, right? And from now the last one is you have to find the Laplace transformation of the integral 0 to t sin t by t into dt. Now we need the formula for the Laplace transformation of integrals. Can anyone remember what is the formula for Laplace transformation of integrals? It is f of s by s, right? Laplace transformation of integrals, the formula is f of s by s, right? And this is our f of s. This is our f of s. So it will be 1 by s into f of s. That means 1 by s into tan inverse 1 by s. Okay. So in this way, we can find the Laplace transformation of integrals where the integrals contain a function which is the division of t. So students, is there any problem to understand this one? If you have, then you may ask.
No, ma'am.
Okay. I think all of you have understood it properly. But still, if anyone have any problem, then you may inform me. Now we will go for another proof. What is this? Prove that 0 to infinity t e to the power minus st cos at dt. Okay. Here for proving this statement, we need the theorem for multiplication by t. Okay. For proving this statement, we will use multiplication by t. But at first, we will start with the definition of Laplace transformation. What is this? Laplace transformation of f of t is equal 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt, right? This is the definition of Laplace transformation. Now we will go for the proof. So what is this proof? That this is equal, the right side is s square minus a square divided by s square plus a square whole square. Okay, you have to prove that this is equal s square minus a square divided by s square plus a square whole square. So our left hand side is integration 0 to infinity t e to the power minus st cos at dt. Okay, now you will take this t with cos at, then it will be 0 to infinity e to the power minus st t cos at dt. If I consider that f of t is equal t cos at, then what will happen? It will be the Laplace transformation of this, right? Please try to understand. I just take t with cos at. Now if I say that this is a function, this is a function f of t, then 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. That means this is the Laplace transformation of this, right? It can be written down Laplace transformation of t cos at. Is there any problem to understand? How can we write down this equation as Laplace transformation of t cos at?
मैम एक एक का एक बार बोलो.
Okay. Here this is the definitions. Laplace transformation of f of t is equal 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt, right? And this is our left side of our proof. This is the left side of our proof. So I just take t with cos at. E to the power minus st t cos at dt, right? Now if I consider t cos at is a function, if I consider that it is a function f of t, so it will be 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. That means this is the Laplace transformation of this. So we can write down it as Laplace transformation of this. Now is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And here we found that left hand side is equal Laplace transformation of t cos at. And here you can see that it is similar to t to the power n f of t, right? This is a multiplication of t. Is it true? It is a multiplication of t, right? T to the power n f of t. F of t is equal cos at, and this is t to the power 1. So you have to use the formula for multiplication by t to the power n. Can anyone say what is the formula? We have learned that the formula is minus 1 to the power n d by ds d to the power n s to the power n f of s, right? And for this function, Here n is 1. Here n is 1. So it will be 1, it will be 1. D by ds f of s. Now you have to find the values of f of s. F of s is the Laplace transformation of what? For this problem, f of s is the Laplace transformation of f of t. So we can write down f of s is equal Laplace transformation of what? Laplace transformation of cos at. Right? Here, according to your formula of multiplication by t, we can write down minus 1 to the power n, n is 1, d to the power n, n is 1, ds to the power n is 1 into f of s. But here f of s is the Laplace transformation of the function f of t, and here f of t is equal cos at. So at first we have to find the values of f of s, that is the Laplace transformation of cos at. Can anyone say what is the formula for Laplace transformation of cos at? It is s by s square plus s square, right? S by s square plus s square. So from here we can write down minus d by ds s by s square plus s square. Now you have to differentiate this part with respect to s for one term. So it is minus s square plus a square whole square, s square plus a square into 1 minus n to s, right? And from here it will be minus s square plus a square minus 2s square divided by s square plus a square whole square. And from here it is minus a square minus s square divided by s square plus a square whole square. And here there is a negative sign, so we can write down it as like s square minus a square divided by s square plus a square whole square. Is it possible to write down this? Since here there is a negative sign, you will take a negative sign from here, and this negative sign will be positive, and it will be s square minus a square divided by this. So we have completed our proof. This is the right hand side of our given statement. Okay, this is the right hand side of your given statement. So we have completed our proof. Is there any problem to understand our today's proof? Basically, in this problem, you need the formula for the multiplication of 2 to the power n, that is this, for n is equals to 1, and here you have to find f of s. And f of s is the Laplace transformation of f of t, that means cos at. So cos at, and here this is the Laplace transformation of cos at. I use the values of f of s here, and I differentiate it for the first time or for the one time, and after calculation the result is s square minus a square divided by s square plus a square whole square, and that is the right hand side of our statement. So anyone any problem to understand this? And there is a similar proof, and I expect that all of you will be able to complete that proof. You may consider these as your SW, that is 0 to prove that 0 to infinity t e to the power minus st sine at dt is equal to as divided by s square plus a square whole square. This is as similar as our first proof, and in our first proof the function is f of cos at, and here the function is sine at. That's the difference, and all other things, all the procedure are same. Okay, so I expect that all of you will be complete this proof. And we are at the end of our today's lecture. I just told you one theorem, and after that we will stop our today's lecture. I just told you the statement of that theorem. We will not show any example of that. That is known as theorem for periodic function. For periodic function. Periodic function. And in our first class of Fourier analysis, we have learned the function, periodic function, right? So I think all of you are familiar with this function, periodic function, because We have learned it at the first class of our this course. So let f of t have period. So what is this? If your given function f of t is a periodic function and the period of your function is capital T, then the Laplace transformation of that function will be like this. What is this? If your given function f of t is a periodic function and its period is capital T, then the Laplace transformation of that function will be integration 0 to t. That means the upper limit will be your period of that function, e to the power minus st f of t dt. And in the lower part, it will be 1 minus e to the power minus st. Okay. So when I give you a periodic function, that means I inform you find the Laplace transformation of the following function whose period is, when your period is given, when the period is given of your considered function, in that case you have to use this formula for finding the Laplace transformation of your given function. And the given period t will be here 0 to t e to the power minus st f of t dt 1 minus e to the power minus st. And after putting the values of t here, you have to complete this integration. And after completing this integration, you will get the result of the Laplace transformation. Okay. So, anyone any problem about our today's lecture? If anyone have any problem to understand any topic our today's lecture, then you may inform me. Otherwise, I will stop here.
Periodic function মধ্যে কি even function rod function নিয়ে কিছু আছে?
Basically here there is no matter about periodic function. You just check. You don't need to check when I say that. When I told that the function is a periodic function and the period t is this, in that case you can directly use this formula. Otherwise it is not necessary. And here there is no case of even function or odd functions. Okay. Anyone any problem? I think all of you have written your ID number on the chat box. So students, thank you for your participation and cooperation. Take care everyone. Allah Hafiz.
Ma'am, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.